Okay, Dad. The Yardbirds is my favorite story. So how did you even get to be able to produce the Yardbirds? How did you meet them, or like, where were you? Like, how did that happen?
It was at a local studio. A friend of mine had the studio, and we ended up using that place to actually produce the record. So that's what we did. We produced that record there.
How many records did they have? Not very many, right?
There was only one that I was involved with, but they had quite a few.
Oh, did they? And then, so Guitar Center was founded in 75, right?
I think Guitar Center is quite old. I'm not sure how old it is, though.
Oh, is that when you got started? When was it that you became part of Guitar Center?
Geez, I forgot.
Well, okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, so in 1985, you founded the Rockwalk. And so my favorite story that you still haven't told me, because you said it's a long one, is what got you to be able to, it's the best idea ever because we had the Hollywood stars, so it makes sense. But what got to that point? Like, who did you sit, when did it become into fruition, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, we just started putting hands to cement. It was kind of similar to the Chinese theater.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine was Danny Thomas's son, and Danny Thomas's son, Jason, and I were really good friends. And he was the first guy one of the very first guys in the Chinese theater. And I wanted to do something very similar to the Chinese theater.
Yeah, yeah. So who was the first one that you...
That's why we did that for musicians.
Yeah, and I think that's important.
The Walk of Fame was really it was all kinds of different people. It was musicians, it was actors and actresses, that type of thing, so...
Yeah, and then it became people like Anna Nicole Smith. But, yeah, it got weird. So when you started the Rockwalk, did you have a band in mind that you wanted to induct first? Like to start the tradition, the legacy?
Not really. I just wanted the biggest and the best of all time, so.
Well, who was it?
That was my goal. My goal was to be similar to the Chinese theater, but for musicians.
Yeah. So
originally, I didn't want to do it inside the Rockwalk. I wanted to do it up and down Sunset Boulevard, but the city wouldn't allow us to do it put indentations in the cement there. So we ended up doing it on our property. Oh
wow! So basically, when the property ends, we can't do any more.
Well, there's some places where we can still add into it, but at this point, it's pretty filled up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But originally it was kind of the musicians' Chinese theater. They wouldn't let us do it on the sidewalk because it was indentations in cement.
Right.
So we ended up doing it on our property.
Right, and like kind of the foyer of before you walk in.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's actually such a cool thing. Not just the idea, but when you first walk into the Guitar Center, I mean, before you even walk in, you stop and you're looking at all the names, and so you're in awe before you even walk in. You know.
Totally was.
When did the idea of the memorabilia come about? Because that's what sets apart Guitar Center from other music stores, in my opinion.
Well, it was just I wanted something that would represent the people that were in the Rockwalk.
Yeah.
So they gave us guitars and things like that to put in the museum there, so people would understand this is what made them special.
Yeah.
This guitar is what made them special. This amplifier is what made them special. That type of thing.
Well, I know that you're friends with just about every musician out there, and Slash was my favorite to walk in on. If I happen, twice was I lucky to see him in the Guitar Center, and either he had just left your office or he was just going up. But every now and then I got to see somebody really special. But who is your personal favorite? Is it Robert Plant?
You know, there were so many different people. None were really my favorite, because they were all my favorite.
Right.
Once you become friends with somebody,
yeah,
they become part of your soul.
Yeah. Well, Slash is one of the only ones that I actually became friends with, and his ex-wife Perla. But and Travis Barker, who's actually hung up in your former office. What about drummers out there right now? Are you feeling good? Is there anybody right now that you're just in awe with, women or man, that you feel like is gonna make a difference in the music business as far as drumming is concerned? Because I think they're the most important part of the band. They don't get noticed enough. Let's just put it that way.
That's true. Anybody that's coming up and they have quality as a musician. You look at them as somebody special. If they can interpret what they do and make it best for someone else, and they have a fan base, if you will.
Yeah.
They should be part of that.
Right. Do you remember that girl who was playing guitar on the side of the Guitar Center? You kind of discovered her. Do you remember? She played a guitar.
Melissa Etheridge?
Yeah. Well, actually, tell me her story, but there was another one. But yes, tell me actually, she's in the notes in my phone. Tell the Melissa Etheridge story, because she's one of your good friends.
Yeah, it was funny because she is one of my very dearest friends. It was funny. It was funny when she came up to me and she goes, "Hey, Dave, I want to say something to you. I want to tell you something special." She goes, I want to let you know that I'm gay. I go, of course you are.
Duh.
Of course you are.
Say duh. Yeah. I mean, someone like you, so laid back. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've never known you to even though you've never been, high or any of those things, people that were, you still work with them, you still dealt, you still were very, very kind and understanding. And how do I know this? Because you summoned me to your office when I was I wasn't even 15 yet. And no, I think I just turned 15. I was hanging out with musicians, no names, but you know who they were. And you summoned me to your office. And you were like, what are you doing? And ever since that day, you've given me advice. And I know that my struggle with addiction has been hard for you to watch. And I think, what was the hardest thing for you watching? Because over time, we've become father-daughter relationship, and I never had a dad, so
you can only want what's best for you. You can't make people do what they're going to do anyway.
Right.
No one can make you stop. No one can make you do it. No one can make you do what you do. And you just have to learn. You have to progress and learn as you go along.
So how did you have such good patience with me when I was just such a struggle?
Well, I'm proud of you, man. I'm just proud of what you do.
Oh, that means a lot to me. And I think our relationship has been strong since day one. It's a spiritual thing. But, I think what makes it so amazing is I had no idea who you were, where you just worked in the Guitar Center, and so it was really interesting to be able to go along with you to SIR or to Capitol or whatever we were doing to go find bands.
Did you say SIR?
Remember we went, is it SUR?
SIR, sorry, yes.
How is it pronounced?
Studio Instrument Rental.
Oh, okay, well that place. We went there with Mickey. The last time I was there was with Mickey. I've been there a few times, but that time was with Mickey, who is the manager of Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about when you were managing bands or always, because I know that musicians, large and small, always come to you for advice or equipment or discounts, but they really do come to you for sound advice.
You know what you do? They come to you for your advice, but really it's just about honesty.
Yeah.
You want to be honest with them, what they do and they can do.
Right.
And they're going to be great or not great, but depend upon their own progression, if you will.
Yeah. Well,
you only be as good as you can be.
Yeah, I know. And you've always, you've told me a number of things in my life, but in our life together. But the most important thing you always told me that goes along with being honest and true is treating everybody the same, one. And two, when you shake somebody's hand, look them in the eye and smile. And I've always used that in my life. And even when I was feeling terrible and in the dumps, and I feel like if you talk to me that way, I feel like why musicians came to you is because you always were true and honest, and no matter who they were, how famous they were, they knew they were going to get a rawness and a reality and a truthfulness from you and a call out from you, and they respected that. And I know that for a fact because they've all told me, whether it's Jay or Brian from Korn or, people that I've also worked with when I was a dancer, and they've always been so much respect for you. And what's so amazing to me is
Isn't that amazing what the truth can do?
That's what I was about to say. You weren't looking for their approval. You just were being truthful. And interestingly enough, when I stopped lying, because I used to be the best bullshitter, now they're all getting...
Really?
Oh, really? Now they're all, staying in touch with me. Like, Jay is actually considering doing an interview like this. And Rob Patterson, people...
Remember, you only bullshit yourself.
Exactly. And now that I've been honest and about whether it's my recovery or falling off or... hold on, I have to record again. Sorry. But since I've been honest it took about 6 months. And then at that point, they started to get back in touch with me, whether it was through Messenger or, hey, I tried to call, you changed your number. And that was because I became truthful, Yeah. And I learned that from you. And how frustrating was it for you because it took me so long. It's been 20 years. Was that frustrating?
And that makes me proud of you.
Oh, thank you. But was it frustrating? Or were you too busy?
It's never frustrating because you see growth.
Yeah. Yeah.
You with Cal and you with the kids, it's always growth.
Yeah.
And, doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you do it.
Yeah. And even if it's mundane, keep going. Because even Guitar Center and how exciting, you never knew who was going to walk into your office. I never knew when I was in your office. Sometimes I was like, did that just happen? But even that can become mundane, right? I mean,
there you go.
Yeah. So let's get to this new endeavor, which is this resort you're starting. That is a sober, family-oriented resort called the Extreme, which is indoor snowboarding and skiing. And I'd love if you'd add skateboarding, which was my sport. But what is the timing on that right now? Where are you guys at in production?
We're about ready to do a ceremony where you put a shovel in the ground.
Remember, I need 2 weeks in advance.
Ceremony.
I know I need to be there.
Say it again.
I want you to give me 2 weeks advance so I can be there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't forget.
Well, I won't.
Okay, is it 2 weeks away?
It's going to be amazing.
Is it 2 weeks away?
Yeah, no gambling though.
No gambling. It's a family affair, and I'm excited. And Vegas needs that, because a lot of families are going there, and there's a lot of cheap flights to get there, but families are always like, Yeah. So, is it on the other side? Because there's one side of the strip that's a little worse than the other side. Once you get past the Bellagio, it gets a little, seedy. Are you on the whole other end? Where is it going to be located?
And this side of the airport.
Okay, so which?
You know when you go to come over the hill for the first time? You see the whole valley?
Valley, yeah.
It's going to start right there.
Okay, cool. So they don't even have to go to the sea. They don't have to get into that part. Okay, awesome. So I guess for me, I'm just so grateful that you did this. And I don't really have any major questions because I'm sure they'll come later, and I don't want to take up much of your time because you worked so hard to make this happen, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm grateful that you're the dad that you've just been the dad that I never had and beyond. And you've just been amazing to me, and I'm so grateful. But I can't wait for this new endeavor. And one last question: what made you, in your 60s, after an amazing career and fully able to retire and have a comfortable life, what made you start something new? You just can't stop? Or, what made you keep going?
Because there's always something new and exciting to be doing.
Yeah, and I guess if you stop...
You don't stop, you just keep doing new things.
Yeah, because if you stop, then, what's that word? You get,
Stop.
Geriatric. You get geriatric.
Exactly. Stop what?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you are a great symbol. You are a great symbol of what a real, of what a real man should be, and you're a great symbol of what just a hard work. And I just want to real good dig in. Out of 4 brothers and your niece Sarah, who's left? What's going on with the family? And when did they move to Vegas from Chicago, where you're originally from?
Say it again?
When did the family move from Chicago, where you're originally from, to Vegas?
Well, my dad moved here because he had a music store here.
Okay, well, so the music store didn't start in Chicago?
Well, he's originally there, but then he moved here and had one here too.
Okay, cool. So then the family just followed?
Say it again?
The family just followed?
Yeah.
So how old were you?
How old was I?
Uh-huh. Oh, were you already in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How old were you when you moved to LA?
I forgot. I don't remember.
Teen, like really young?
Oh, well, you're still old, Hell, I'm old now.
Now you're making me want to go get Botox. Quit it. Okay, well, let's see. Also, so hold on. My producer is telling me. So if we run down its career, what are your favorite career highlights?
Your sobriety.
My sobriety. You do love me, but what about what else? But that's gonna make me ruin my makeup, Dad.
The biggest thing in my career is being able to give to others. Because the more you give, the more you receive.
You always make me cry. Also, maybe let's see. Oh yeah, when did you first start drumming? I never asked you that because you told me. Now I forgot.
When I was 12 years old.
12 years old. And I
got my first drum set. It was a Rogers drum set.
Rogers drum set. And are they still making those?
Say it again?
Are they still making those? Are they still at NAMM?
Of course they do, yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
The color was black and red onyx. It was the color.
And I was looking online, kind of researching, and Buddy, your inspiration, he had a drum or music. Did he have some instrument company or something?
Buddy Rich?
Yeah.
No, he actually played a lot of different drum sets.
Okay.
He was a Singleton guy. He was a Rogers guy. He played a lot of different drum sets.
Okay.
Whatever he played, people bought because he was the greatest. He was the greatest drummer in the world.
So when you do, because NAMM is a big part of, are you going to be still doing NAMM?
I'm pretty much done with NAMM.
Okay. Wow. Gosh, I don't know what LA is without you. with the music business without you? Do you still talk? Like, Mickey, like, asked you for advice, and he was the manager of Leonard Skinner. Like, what are these people going to do without you?
Yeah, he managed Leonard Skinner, yeah.
But what is he going to do without you?
Leonard
Skinner. But what, I mean, 40 years later, he's still asking you for advice on if he should manage a certain band. Do they still, I mean, like, what are they going to do without you?
They all get along without me,
All right, well, I think that people need you still, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, I am excited for you and your new adventure, and I do really seriously, I need to know in advance, the groundbreaking, because Jay and Rob and hopefully Brian from Korn, there's a lot of people that you have. Now, I don't know the Goo Goo Dolls. That was one of your big inductions. I don't know everybody, but some of the ones I do know want to be there because they want to support you and are so proud of you. Because you supported them before they were anybody. You gave Jay more than discounts when he was nobody. So he respects you.
Everybody is somebody.
But see, that's what I'm talking about right there. But just want you to know there's a lot of us that think of you as dad, and I'm just grateful that you're actually mine.
That's
because
sweet. Thank you so much.
Well, I'll let you go. I know you're busy. I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for this time and to be my first interview. And I'll show you the finished product, and you'll let me know what you think about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yes, I love you.
And I you.
All right, bye, Dad.
Bye, honey.
Mm-hmm.